Greetings, comrades. We're back with more Karl Marx Capital. And it is raining right now, so if you can hear that, that's what's going on outside my window. So we are on chapter 24, which is called Conversion of Surplus Value into Capital. And this is divided into subsections. Subsection 1 has a very long title, Capitalist Production on a Progressively Increasing Scale, Transition of the Laws of Property that Characterize Production of Commodities into Laws of Capitalist Appropriation. Insane subsection title. But basically what we're talking about here in section 1 is taking, I'm gonna just drop my bookmark, is taking surplus value, turning that into capital, and that becomes an accumulation of capital. Essentially, we're talking about reinvesting into the company here, right? So we know that surplus value is it should be the wages of the workers, but it's what the capitalist takes off of the back of the workers. So what we're specifically talking about here is taking that money and buying more equipment, buying more means of production to put back into the company, and that cycle of how the money works. There was a short little 1, 2, 3, and you guys know I love bullet points. Page 641, this sums up the whole chapter right here. All right, 1, that the product belongs to the capitalist, not the laborer, right? The boss owns it. Number 2, that the value of this product comprises a surplus value over and above the value of the advanced capital. This surplus value has cost the laborer labor, but the capitalist nothing, yet it becomes the lawful property of the capitalist. Again, it's just taken off the backs of the worker. And 3, that the laborer has reproduced his labor power and can sell it once more if he finds a buyer for it. Workers have nothing to sell but their labor power. Okay, so that's subsection 1. Subsection 2, we are also covering today. Subsection 2 is titled Erroneous Conception by Political Economy of Reproduction on a Progressively Increasing Scale. This is just another opportunity for Karl Marx to bash bourgeois economists of his time, including Adam Smith and somebody named Ricardo. But really what we're talking about here is, he talks about hoarding. And the question I had during our group discussion here is, we often think about capitalists as hoarding things. They hoard money, they hoard the means of production, they hoard land, they hoard fucking everything, right? And yes, that's true, but that's not really what we're talking about here. We are talking about this reinvestment. So it's not actually hoarding if you put it back into the company. So if we think back early chapters here where we have that CMC, commodity, money, right, as that chain goes, that's what we're talking about here. So it's only considered capital when it is in this circuit, right? Once you take it out, then it becomes something different, and Karl doesn't even really talk about that until the second book here, so we're not going to get to that today. The thing I liked the best here is he refers to Adam Smith's analysis as perverted. Adam Smith's perverted analysis. And that's fun. So that's really all we're talking about here. He just kind of goes over labor power being the variable capital, and we understand that originally. Yeah, nothing too new here. We're just talking about capitalists making money, putting it back into the company, maybe buying machinery that is easier to use so they can pay the worker less, or hire a child, or send it overseas, or any number of horrible things that they do. Cheers.